Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Muhammad Ali. 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. And they'll be facing Larry Holmes, 6'3" tall, and he tipped the scales at 226 pounds.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. Eastern assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see what he's got in store for us in this one.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is it. This is that place. This is that fight venue. This is the place where the action happens.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Clean left jab. Boy, stiff jab. Beautiful counter shot. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jabs, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Defense is not an option for these two. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blank on them.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Straight right just misses. He missed with that jab. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Every time they drop their guard, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
Get your focus back, get that jab back. Just boxing, just be smart.
Will, here. Don't be looking at...
And there's the bell to start round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Misses with that uppercut. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter punch caught him clean. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Can't land the jab there. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut's blocked. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Just missed with that hook. Good idea, but the counter doesn't land. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
I need you to focus.
Great round, great round. Now, relax, relax. Good work.
The bell rings and we start the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
The straight right just misses. Just missed with that jab. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Punch, counter punch. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab won't score. Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter punch. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Done with that counter shot. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good work.
That can win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Do not worry.
Oh, listen, great work. Stay focused. Don't let back into the fight.
Hey, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he misses with that jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Those counter punches have to hurt. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You'd like to see more jabs. That big hook doesn't land. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switch on. Switch on.
Round. You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up.
Time for the 5th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? See that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four, five. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
That hook doesn't score. Big swing and a miss with the hook. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Put your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Now, I don't want you to...
The round off. Win the round on your jab. Breathe when you're stepping around.
On to the 6th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The right hook misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
So close with that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Is he going to punch himself out, though? One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. Swing and a miss. It's all offense all the time. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
You've switched off. What you doing? I need you to...
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Here we go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable.
Big shot, and down goes Ali. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Well, then look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
And counter punching. Both men step back for just a moment. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
They miss with the jab. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They threw the hook. It didn't land. been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
I love the response though. Got back up.
Fighting, he's going to be confident. You got to take that.
Round 8, and we're off again. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's...
And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are right.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
A perfect counter lands. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful. That powerful.
Down goes Larry Holmes. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He just misses with that jab. Jab does not score. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Both men were knocked down, and they both got up in that round.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
You got to get out there and win this round, kid. You had everything in the bag.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Just back on the job. It's a terrible round, that is. Come on.
The gaps will appear.
There's the bell to start round 9. How do you score the last round, Johnny, as both of these fighters went to the canvas?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter shot. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
stamina is off the charts. And that jab just missed with the left hand. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nice counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. A lot of effort being exerted here. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Incredible work rate. Perfect counter shot. Missing with the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot guess that. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Don't let
Yeah, go out there, you win this next round for me, kid. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
There's the bell for round 10. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
The straight right just misses. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The straight right just misses. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over them eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Just misses with that uppercut. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Stamina is off the charts. Good counter punch. They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you get thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them.
And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.